As we head into the last couple of months of the year, a lot of people believe, and myself included, that the end of the year should treat crypto investors very kindly. But people are wondering, is there going to be one more final flush out? In this video, I'm going to go over my market thesis, what's going to occur over the next 6 to 8 weeks before we probably do see momentum trending up in Bitcoin, which leads liquidity into major altcoins. And really what I see, should you be buying altcoins today? Is it safe to buy altcoins today? Let's go ahead and discuss it in this video, guys. Let's jump right into it. If you're new here on In the Money, we go over everything that you need to make money in crypto, prediction markets, and all modern markets here on the channel. So like the video and subscribe down below for more content Monday through Friday. And of course, a big shout out to the official sponsor on the channel, which is Bitfunded. So if you are a talented day trader out there and you want to trade with other people's capital. A lot of the best traders in the world do this. A bunch of the biggest banks and hedge funds do this. You can get funded if you are a talented trader up to $100,000. If you pass a challenge, they will give you a funded trading account, and then you keep the profits up to a potential 80 to 90%, depending on the challenge that you pass. So really good deal here. They got a big promotion going on as well. As low as $79, you could get funded from $5,000 all the way up to $100,000. Check out Bitfunded down below in the description. And let's jump right into it, guys. The crypto market's kind of in a middle ground, right? The alt season indicator is at 50, literally right in the middle. We have fear and greed at 37. The amount of liquidations over the last 24 hours is about 150 million. So, but if you look at the green and the red momentum here, it's kind of just split, and the market's undecided on what it wants to do. We have seen the S&P 500 over the course of the week put in new highs. And on top of that, it does feel like the sentiment in crypto is picking up. But right now, we do see Bitcoin down 2% on the weekly. And it begs the question, do we expect a little bit of a market flush before we see eventual upside in October? To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw a little bit lower, right? We see Solana up 2% at $75. We see Hyperliquid at $55. We see Zcash under $500. And I do believe that all of those are still very good buy levels currently. But still, I would maybe brace yourself for a potential dip one more time to the downside that brings us to that official quote unquote bear market bottom. Regardless of the situation, though, I do agree with the thesis. Sick of being bearish on crypto. Let's bottom this market and get back to being rich. We see Crypto God John saying next 8 months are the most important of your life. And I think that's the overall important thing to look at here. Despite the fact that, yes, we could see one more dip to the downside. That is entirely possible. But also, we might not get that dip. So you want to prepare yourself on quality alts that have already taken a massive hit or a massive consolidation. Let's just take Hyperliquid, for example. Hyperliquid has become by far the biggest altcoin position in my portfolio. I basically buy every single time this thing dips because it just is so resilient. Over the all chart, it eats up these dips like crazy. And from all-time highs at $75, this thing has dipped over 20%. From $75 to $55. For a high-level asset like Hyperliquid, I think that is an absolute bargain. You look at the metrics here, nothing but up on the TVL chart. They're doing $1 billion in revenue every single year. They're buying back the token. This just makes complete sense. Same thing with pump.fun. We can go look at the pump token as well, and you'll be able to see like the momentum on these coins is trending to the upside. This thing bottomed out for so long, finally on an uptrend. And honestly, I don't even mind that it's up 20% on the week. I think that at $1 billion market cap, this is still very underrated, especially when you look, the market cap is literally their annualized revenue. That makes no sense to me. They're buying back the token with 50% of their revenue. So Hype and pump.fun have kind of become this tandem play that I think should be a part of anyone's portfolio if you are into the day-to-day to crypto, right? Regardless of what you think of meme coins, the last video I did a full breakdown of pump.fun, so I'm not going to go crazy, diving into this. But I do genuinely believe that Hyperliquid and pump.fun have maybe become the two must-hold tokens. Like you could probably hold Bitcoin, Hyperliquid, Pump, and like Zcash or like an AI coin. and your portfolio is pretty set for the next, foreseeable future. That's what I'm seeing occurring in the market right now. And that's where the liquidity is going in this market right now. Before we jump into the other altcoins, I have 3 to 4 more that I'm going to talk about in this video. I did want to give a shout out to our Discord. If you want to join us in the In the Money server, there's about 30 spots left for the month of August. Down below in themoney.live, you can join for 3 days absolutely free. And we did just open up the crypto payment option. A lot of people have been requesting that. Just the other day, I went 10-2 on prediction markets. We had people making tens of thousands of dollars in the meme coin trenches. And I also did post my thesis right now on altcoins in the channel in the money already. Before this video. So if you want to check that out, 3 days for free down below, or you can get a bulk discount for a longer term membership. And we are now accepting crypto. So that is down below in the description. So the first 2 that I'd be looking at right now, I'll be looking for pump.fun to maybe slow down its momentum. Maybe we get a little bit of a dip over the weekend and you can finally get a good entry if you've been waiting to, kind of get in after this current pump on the pump.fun token. That would be a smart move. And then I do think Hyperliquid, even at $55, is already presenting itself to be a great entry opportunity. And then from there, we move on to the privacy and AI plays. I agree with Jesus Martinez here. I predict the Zcash and Tau trade will be one of the main pairs of the next bull run. AI leader plus privacy leader equals gains. And this goes back to my core thesis this cycle. I do really believe that there's a few must invest sectors. Number 1 being perp dexes. I think that Hyperliquid and Lighter, for example, really good upside plays. I wouldn't, if anyone's out there holding the Lighter token, I think that's a great play. They now are partnered up with Robinhood. They're doing another big airdrop round. They have a good sentiment and thesis behind it at this moment in time. So I want perp dexes in my stack. I want meme coin exposure, which is my pump.fun bag. And then on top of that, I want AI and privacy, because AI is everything in the world right now. All the biggest, companies and businesses in the world are pushing forward new models every single week. And then on top of that, privacy, there's so much that we need to protect on a data level, or, you want to be private or anonymous on chain. There's so much use case for that. And I do believe that Jesus is right here. Zcash and Tau are probably the main pairs for that in the next bull run. And Zcash under 500, as crazy as it is, and it seems expensive on paper, but if we look at this all chart right now, not the all chart, let's go to the yearly chart. This thing got as low as 197, but got as high this year as $700. You are getting a pretty good discount, almost a 30% clip off from the recent highs of Zcash. I wouldn't be surprised to see this trading at $1,000 this cycle. That's only about a 2.5x from here, but we have to keep a realistic expectation that altcoins aren't going to do what they did in 2021. I think that'd be far-fetched to assume. So yes, $1,000 might not be a crazy capital gain, but at the same time, if we're consolidating our thesis into just a few select altcoins, you should make plenty of capital gains if you do take advantage and size up into these great altcoin plays. Not to mention BitTensor Tau. Right now, it's under $200. Look at the weekly charts on these subnets. 435%, 62%, 49%, 30%. Like, a lot of these subnets are running really hard over the course of weekly timeframes. And I think that's good to see. The ecosystem is lively. There is a lot of capital flowing around in the BitTensor ecosystem. This just leads me to be more bullish on my thesis that BitTensor will pump ridiculously hard whenever the market turns around. And then the other 2 that I'd be looking at, especially Near Protocol. Near Protocol is printing on revenue metrics, but their token just keeps going down. Obviously, the market sentiment and overall just altcoins consolidating isn't helping this. But I feel like when AI gets its shine in crypto again, this is going to be one of the first things to pump. And Venice is getting closer to a nibble area. I think if this gets in the 10s, maybe the $9 areas, this is a must buy at this point in time. Their growth metrics, their revenue, subscription metrics, etc., are really impressive. And despite the equity thing, I think in the short term, this token still has a lot of upside. So I'd be looking at Near Protocol, Tau, and Venice as far as altcoin accumulations in this sector. The last one I want to look at in this video is Lighter, because like I said, Lighter is the official perps partner for Robinhood. And you can see this thing has bottomed out and is now kind of consolidating right here. I think it's a great play currently. If you want to accumulate Lighter, at these areas, especially with the hype going into the next airdrop. I think this probably has a good run, and especially if we do see the market bottom out in the next 6 to 8 weeks. So to recap, for perp dexes, I'd be looking at hype and lighter. For meme coin exposure, absolutely, I'm looking at pump.fun. From there, in AI, 𝗬, Venice, and Near Protocol. Privacy, I'm looking at Zcash. That is really the thesis and the bundle of altcoins that I'd be looking to hold this cycle. I don't want to trickle down. I don't want to hold dinosaur coins. I don't need to go own every chain layer. I think Solana, you could fit into this thesis if you want to bet on meme coins. But at the end of the day, I think that pump.fun has more multiple potential to do 3, 4, or 5x rather than Solana. I mean, even just like a 4x, that's just all-time highs. And we'll see what happens this cycle. But I think I'd rather be buying pump.fun today than I would rather be buying Solana. So take it for what you will. I am still bullish on Solana, but I do believe if you want Solana, you're really betting on the meme coin trenches. And if you want to bet on meme coins, I just think the more undervalued play is pump.fun at this point in time, guys. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I just wanted to give an altcoin update as the market's kind of shaky heading into the weekend. I still think it's a very good level to accumulate. And I do believe in the next 6 to 8 weeks, we're going to see a bottom and we will rip to the upside for the remainder of 2026, guys. So like the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more if you enjoyed the content. And I'll see you guys on Monday. As always, trade responsibly, my friends. And of course, stay bullish, my friends.